Welcome to the maiden episode of Gear Goggles. We're here to bring you the best reviews on everything backcountry hunting, angling, hiking, camping, and overlanding. I'm Torin.
I'm Jonas.
And cheers
to gear.
So we're super excited today. We have the Stone Glacier De Havilland jacket. We're super excited to have this as the first piece of clothing and gear that we're going to review for you guys. Jonas, you want to talk about some of the features of the jacket?
Yeah, so this is a pretty sweet jacket here, guys. So it's going to have a durable, water-resistant layer, and it's going to be it's fleece lined, so it's going to be somewhat windproof for you. It's going to be good for like a light to medium rain for when you're outside, you know, get into those wetter conditions. We got double zip pockets here on the chest, good for, you know, throwing your phone in. Throwing a GPS
in reach, something like that, or if you're still using paper maps, throw a paper map in there.
Yeah. So all the zippers here, they're going to be shrink tubed. That's a pretty sweet addition to this jacket. You know, so these don't get untied.
Yeah, keep your pulls from coming untied. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's just one of those nice little features that you would expect in a high quality, you know, top tier jacket. Yeah. So as Jonas said, it does have a light fleece lining one zip here on the main zipper. If you pull back, you can see you got just a real light sort of brushed fleece liner. That'll give you some extra warmth, but it won't be too warm, you know, for the early season. So actually they designed this jacket to sort of be a do-all jacket. It's light enough that you can wear it early in the season, maybe throw a base layer under it to get you through some of the chilly mornings or evenings. Stone Glacier's Helios hoodie would be like their mid-layer base layer that you would throw underneath it. And then as the temperatures get colder, you can throw on some heavier insulation like their Grumman down jacket, which is one of the best in the industry. Some other really cool features about this. They don't offer this jacket in a camouflage pattern, but they did address the camouflage in a number of ways, if you want to explain some of that, Jonas.
Yeah, so they kind of split it up here. So they did four different sections here. So you have your torso here, your chest, shoulders, and then the arms. They're all going to be different, obviously different colors, as you can see. So that's going to you know, help to kind of break up your outline and kind of conceal you a little better with that solid.
And that was really intentional. So they did this color blocking to help break up the human form. And so as Jonas said, you get, when in just the jacket, you get 4 separate blocks, all in those earth tone sort of neutral colors. If you add their pants in, the De Havilland pant, you get a 5th block there.
Yeah.
So this jacket is in their gray color. They recommend use for this above tree line or in those alpine situations where there's not a ton of foliage. Both the pants and jacket are also offered in coyote brown, and so that's sort of a better below tree line in the woods, moving around in some brush. One thing with the coyote brown, you get your big blocks here are the brown, and then it's sort of like an olive type green color.
Yeah, it's nice.
That breaks it up. Yeah, and the pants I believe are full brown too. So they do address some of the camo there through the natural sort of earth tone solid colors. I know you're a big fan of solids. I'm a big fan of solids now. It seems like a lot of guys and girls are going that route. So really thoughtful there from Stone Glacier.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, with the pockets, you got 2 chest pockets. Like I said, great for throwing a phone in, throwing a map, GPS if you have those on you. And then we do have these. They did put the side pockets here, and they're actually above the waistline, so that when you have a pack on and you know your hip belt, that kind of keeps them up out of that, so you can get in there easier access for the side pockets there.
Yeah, that's another really thoughtful feature, and that probably stems somewhat from Stone Glacier being known for their packs too. So they are backpack hunters, so that was something I'm sure they thought about, just sort of the higher placement of the pocket here. All the zippers, they're not necessarily waterproof zips. They definitely look like they would be some water resistant zips, but they're super smooth, and as we said, those pulls are really nice. They're really simple, but they seem like they'll be really durable. The hand pockets are large, so you can fit some large items in there if you like to carry things in pockets rather than your pack. One thing that it does lack is you don't have an internal chest pocket. So if you're used to carrying something on the interior of your jacket, this jacket does not have an internal chest pocket. I think they did that probably because of weight, and also to keep it more streamlined, sort of form-fitting as they go through. And sort of keeping in that pocket theme, they did some really cool things with the pit zips. So there are pit zips in this jacket, and they're large. They actually come down almost to the bottom of where your ribs are. And some things that you get there. So there are 2 zip pulls on the pit zips, and so they actually zip towards each other. So they would zip up, the bottom one would zip up, and the top one actually zips down. They do that so you can really adjust how you're venting. So as you're, if you're moving or climbing, you can fully open those up. Maybe if you're stationary but you still want to dump some heat, you can close them up. So it just gives you a full range of sort of positions there for your pit zip.
Yeah. All right, and then this jacket also has a longer tail on it. It's going to be nice, keep it from riding up on your back. And it does also have the shock cords here in the bottom, so you can kind of cinch it tight to kind of keep it in place where you need to keep it.
Keep that wind out while you're blasting or while you're bending over, setting up camp or whatever. It's nice to have that that longer back that sort of moves with you. The other cool thing, and again, this might come from Stone Glacier's expertise in packs, is they wanted the longer tail on the jacket so that it sits below your pack belt, so you're not getting any bunching up there underneath your pack belt. It's just more comfortable as you're hiking. We do want to go over the hood too, because they put a lot of thought into the hood here. One of the cool things that Kurt at Stone Glacier told us is the ends of the shock cord in the hood are actually inside the hood. And that was designed on purpose, so as it's really windy, you don't have these shock cords blowing around in your face. They're tucked away inside the jacket and away from the wind. You do have your adjustment here on the outside of the hood to tighten. You can pull it on the inside and you tighten it there with the shock or the cord lock on the outside. They do offer a large articulated hood, again, so it moves with you. It's got a little bit of a visor here and it's adjustable. You have your shock cord and cord lock in the back. The other cool thing is that cord lock has a piece of fabric on it, which we'll show you there close up, just to keep you from snagging on anything as you're maybe busting through brush or things like that. Designed so you can have your hood up in those nasty conditions, but still maintain your field of visibility.
Another pretty sweet feature about the jacket, it's going to have the articulated elbows. So if you're sitting down, glassing all day, it's going to be a nice, nice fit for your arms there.
Yeah, your cuffs aren't riding up, showing off.
Your, and then also does have the Velcro cuffs, so that's going to be nice. You can tighten them up. Weather. Obviously, you get some wet weather, you can tighten those up to keep the weather and debris out. So.
Yep. And so the jacket, this jacket that we have here is an XL. It is sort of a more athletic cut jacket. Typically, so I'm about 5'11", 210. I would wear somewhere between a large or an XL depending on the fit of the jacket and what I thought I was going to do for layering. And we'll show you how it fits us. This jacket for me fits, I could probably fit it over top of their Grumman down jacket underneath, being an XL. And Jonas, you want to tell them about the fit for you? Yeah.
So I'm going to be right at 6 foot, about 220. It fits pretty nice. I don't know if I would be able to fit the puffy under like Torn can, but it's just a great fitting jacket. You got that athletic fit like Torn had mentioned.
Well, and it's certainly sort of sleek enough and athletic enough that you could throw that puffy over top without any issues.
Yep.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, we're loving this jacket. We're excited to run it this fall. You can find it at stoneglacier.com. We'll link the direct link to the jackets page below. They also offer it in some retailers. You can find it online from other retailers as well. Or if you're out west, you can find it in some in-person retailers.
Yeah. And then as always, don't forget to like us on all of our social media platforms. We're going to be at gear_goggle. That's going to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then obviously subscribe and like our page here below. YouTube channel. That's going to help us out a lot here.
That's the biggest way to help us out right now, is to like and subscribe to these videos. We're hoping to really bring some more cool reviews to you guys. Obviously, we're going to cover some hunting apparel and gear, but we're going to reach out to some more interesting things too, sort of maybe not so much in the hunting world, that we think are useful for hunters to know about. Things in the sort of overlanding, hiking, camping realm as well. And finally, we want to do a shout out to Straw Brewery, coming to you from the Pennsylvania Wilds. Supporter of our show here. We got their new Oktoberfest, and to tell you what, nothing like getting you in the spirit of fall.
How about it?
And rut hunting and chasing elk. They actually have an elk right on the bottle label there, so it gets us excited. Check out Straw Brewery as well. And for now, cheers
to gear.